Hey guys, so I wanted to pull some cards, and I have a deep feeling that this is going to be more love related. I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of energy around divine masculines and feminines starting to come together, or starting to become more in alignment and coming toward each other. Now, use it as it resonates. So if you are a guy and you like guys, you know, take it for what it is. Like, just let it resonate with what makes the most sense for you. Don't worry about gender. We're both masculine and feminine, so I just want to get that out of the way. I'm going to pull some oracles and then get in the tarot. So I'm going to pull first from the Wisdom of the House of Night. Now, I love this deck. It's actually pretty new, so I don't know the cards by heart yet, but so I might have to look at the book. I have always been drawn to the shadow side more than the light, for sure. So that's probably one of the reasons why when I saw this deck, I had to get it. Not had to, wanted to. You don't have to do anything. All right. And I love it too because it's that Maiden Mother Crone as well. Okay. So the bottom of the card, we got Grove, and it is 21. Now, to me, this is just very much like solitude and almost waiting. Like, if you can see this cat, it could be a familiar too for somebody, but it's about waiting patiently, watching, observing. I'm going to read from the book because I don't know much about this card. I don't typically pull this card a lot. Okay, so the Goddess of Night, invite you to my grove to heal your wounds and mend your heart. I don't know what's going on with the divine masculines, and I'm just going to say divine masculine because I'm female and it's just easier. But please, like I said, take it as it resonates. They are dragging their damn feet. It's like slower than molasses in the wintertime. It's like, what is the deal? However, even though a lot of us feel that way, I'm channeling, like, don't write them off. Like, don't blow them off. It's almost like don't give up. It says, now's the time to apologize to anyone you've harmed, make your friendships whole again, and choosing healing over anger and pain. Choosing my beautiful grove is a powerful sign that you are wondrous and strong time in your life, and in a strong time in your life. Show compassion and kindness to others. No one is perfect, yet imperfection is perfect as it is. If you are hurting, know it will pass, and that I watch over you. If someone you love is hurting, take the time to be there for this person. The sacred grove heals all aches and pains, especially a heart that's been wounded. You know, to me, this is... The divine masculines have obviously gone through something in the past. Pretty hurtful in a relationship, emotionally. Well, we all have, but, like, I just feel like it's really hit them on their ass, and it did. And this is one of those things where they're having to still kind of go through some karmic lessons and cycles. They're probably going even through an early part of an awakening. So they're having to deal and recognize all that hurt and raw, intense emotions that they need to work through and get through. Plus, you want somebody who's ready when they approach you, right? Or if you're not in alignment and you're not the same vibration. So I think that there's a lot to say that they need to work on themselves a little bit more. So like I was saying, it's just almost not the right time yet. So it's not about giving up. I'm not saying waiting. We don't wait. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to keep it on, just give him time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like, don't blow him off. Don't wait, but just don't blow him off. We got individuality. So to me, this is about the divine feminine, and she has this little bird here, and, you know, to me, this is all about do you. We don't wait for any man, any chick, but do you. Focus on you, focus on your coins, focus on eating healthy, you know, get that glow back on. If you need to go start working out, whatever the case is, you are working on you, period. We're not worried about them. We're not, like, obsessing and, like, what the hell are they doing? What's going on? Just know that Spirit is saying, don't count them out. Like, don't blow them off, but also focus on you. Then we got hope. 27. So this is really, I know you can't probably see the card, but it's in this really beautiful forest scenery where there's a really pretty stream of water. It's very serene, very beautiful, very peaceful, quiet. It's at night, and you see that the moon is in the background. Now, the moon, it illuminates things, but it doesn't give a clear view on what's going on. So we don't know what the hell's going on with the Divine Masculines, but just know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. I think that there's just things that they need to work through, which good for them. We all have things we need to work through. But, you know, sometimes like alpha men, which I'm sure a lot of us are channeling and probably attracted to, they don't ask for help. I mean, what man's man do you know that asks for anything? Ask for directions? Never. Ask for help? Never. That's pride and ego. But I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. I love these cards because it reminds me of like a photograph. Oh, okay. So, leadership, and it's this beautiful polar bear. Now, and if you notice, there's this star in the background. I've been pulling the star card a lot lately. So, hope, wish fulfillment, wishful thinking, wishing on a star, you know, and also that is something to keep in mind. Be careful what you wish for as well. We got to be careful of that. But in this card, leadership, this is an individual who's probably in a leadership role. Like I said, kind of has that alpha male like vibe, but also they could be in an authoritative role. They could be in a role of power, a position of power, but they're definitely a leader. They just have that like presence about them where when they speak, people typically listen to them. And you got Voyage. Like I said, I really think that they're just on this self journey right now, and they're going through quite a bit of stuff, and they need to work through that. And just the timing, I think, isn't right, but they're definitely, you know, they're still moving forward, and they're, you know, like you see these two humpback whales over the water. It's almost just kind of this, I think they're going through this out of body experience, this like surreal moment where they're just like, am I really seeing repetitive numbers all day, every day? Am I really hearing the same name or hearing the same thing over and over again? Like, what the hell why am I seeing 2222? Why am I hearing soulmate? Or why am I hearing, you know, they're starting to become more awoke to things, awakened to things. If I said that right. And I think it's kind of stirred them a little bit. So it does feel like they're starting to become more on that journey. All right, let's do some numerology. I always love these cards. They're very simple, but they say a lot to you. That was my finger flipped those. My finger flipped those. That doesn't count. Woo! Okay. Okay. Hold on. One fell. Ooh. Spirit really has a humor sometimes, I have to say. So, forgiveness. Now, when we go through our self-healing journey, and it always starts with self. I don't care what's going on. We always have to look at ourselves first. We have to forgive ourselves. And a lot of us are very hard, including me. I am so hard on myself. But seriously, forgiveness and forgiving. I think the Divine Masculine has to go through this. And he has to start forgiving himself. Mistakes that he's made in the past, like, let it go. You know, things that didn't work out, let it go. Relationships that failed, let it go. You know what I mean? Like not being in a certain place in your life at the time you thought it was going to happen, let that go. They have to start forgiving themselves. Domestic harmony. 4 plus 6 is 10. So 10 is the completion. I'm always thinking like 10 of coins, 10 of cups, like this ultimate happiness, like family card. I really think that these Divine Masculines are at a point now in their life, I would say majority of them, not for everybody. Like I'm not talking, guys in their 20s, like they want to, plant their seed everywhere. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, people that have a little bit of experience under their belt. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. This is what they're looking for. They ultimately want to be in a, you know, relationship where there is a home, there is a family, there is that like comfort, there is that stability. And they don't have that yet, right? So there's like this uneasiness. And a lot of them could be like, oh shit, I'm almost, you know, almost in my 40s and I haven't done everything that I thought I was going to do. I thought I'd be married and have kids by now. I thought I would be owning my own business. I thought I would have traveled to all parts of the world and I haven't done shit. So a lot of them, I think, are just really hung up on like things that they haven't done instead of being really grateful for things that they have in their life. What I just say, karmic completion, 10, another 10. So again, like I said, they are definitely going through this healing process, which is good. We want them to be healed. We want, you know, I shouldn't say you're never fully, completely healed. You're always healing yourself, and as you should, because things happen throughout life. But they're not carrying this karmic baggage that they're just bringing into the next relationship. And that is super important. They're healing themselves. They're focused on getting that stuff, you know, they're aware of it, and they're not going to bring that into when they meet you, which is really important because we're not trying to deal with that. You got to come correct when you come to alpha women, especially women who are like high priestess level. They got that queen vibe. Like, we're not going to deal with that shit. Been there, done that. We are not training. We're past that point. Communication, which is lacking, obviously. But so a part of me very much feels, and what I keep hearing is scared, unsure. And what I think that what's happening is that, yes, they're going through this, you know, this awakening. They're going through their healing process. They want to communicate, but I think that they're really uneasy, unsure how to do it. And then also, they're not sure if you're going to slam the door in their face or ignore them or keep them on red. They don't want their feelings hurt. No one does. No one wants to shoot their shot and miss and feel like an idiot. Nobody likes that feeling. Everyone's gone through it. We all dread it. So, and it doesn't matter how attractive you are. It doesn't matter who, you know, what you have. It's none of that. It's everybody hates that feeling. And so, you know, I think this is part of this uneasiness and not really knowing how to take that first step is like, God, I don't know if what I have or where I am or is enough to bring to the table. Am I going to get like just like shoved aside or forgotten? Or am I just going to have to be alone forever because, you know, like I'm not good enough? All these fears are running through his mind. Now that's self-inflicted stuff. But again, you know, hopefully he'll recognize his worth when he starts going, you know, going deep into his healing process. Excuse me. A girl is parched. Let's do some from the Kipper deck. And then I'll do some from the Romance Angels, and then I'll get into the tarot. Ooh, hold on. My gosh. Sorry, I've like flipped so many damn cards over. More fell out than I want, but let's just do it. So Coffin, 1-9, another 10. There's a lot of completions going on. Okay, I don't think he might feel, I'm not going to say he feels like death. I think that is a very dramatic statement. But I do think he does feel like a lot of the walls are crashing down, and it's because he's finally dealing with stuff that he probably hasn't in a while. And this is a rebirth. It's a transformation. So it's almost like the death card. Like he is ending a new cycle in his life to move into a new one. So even though this is a little extreme because it shows the coffin, but it's more of like him closing out karmic cycles, closing out, you know, and transforming and going into a new, you know, his new life, which you have to close out shit and make room for. Thief. So one thing that to me, if you can see this little boy is pickpocketing this guy, his little pocket watch. I feel like the Divine Masculine is feeling like time is escaping him. Like I was saying before, I was channeling before. He feels like damn, you know, I'm almost this and this age, or I thought I would have been, did all these accomplishments, or I would have had a successful business, or I thought I would have had 3 kids by now. I thought I would have, you know, owned my own house by now. I thought I would have been out of debt already. Whatever the case is, I feel like this is not, I don't feel like it's actual personal items being taken. I feel like it's time that he feels bummed out about. And he's like, I've wasted so much time doing this. Or if I wouldn't have wasted so much time with that person or on that dead ass job or whatever the case is, I wouldn't be where I am today. But see, when you think about the negative, that's all you're going to get. It really is about, yes, all those are life experiences, and I got fantastic lessons out of that, and that's why I'm who I am today. Child, 1-8. Now, this divine masculine definitely could feel some kind of way because he does have kids and he feels like he should be offering them more, or he, you know, like he doesn't want to damage them in any way, like emotionally, you know, mentally, like he should be able to provide more, and or he really wants to have children. Like that's been on his mind a lot more. You know, it's funny because I don't know about y'all. I'm in my mid to late 30s, and I'm really hanging on to that mid 30 thing. I don't care. But when you start dating, especially men that are like, you know, late 30s, 40s, you know, or older, if they already don't have kids, a lot of them want kids, or they're like, no, right? But, you know, they start to kind of change their outlook then, like player, wanting to like, you know, just date around and be a fuckboy, to I kind of do want to be a family man. You know, so I'm getting the sense that he wants to settle down and actually be serious and actually have, you know, a family and have kids and be a father or a mother, whatever. Ugh. And if he would just get his head out. Like I said, I don't even know why I pull cards sometimes, but here, marriage. Homeboy wants to get married. He wants to settle down. And if he's maybe not right away to marriage, but he definitely wants to be in a strong, committed relationship that has long-term potential, for sure. Occupation. Now, it could, like I said, this could be because he's relooking at everything. Maybe he's not happy where he is work-wise. Maybe he feels like he doesn't have enough, you know, saved, or enough, you know, investments made, or he doesn't have enough to feel confident to approach women to say, look, I have, you know, my shit together. I'm financially stable. You know, I'm mentally ready and financially ready to take it further and be serious with a person and actually want to build a home and a family and a life. And I'm only saying that because whether it's right or wrong or indifferent, especially men, as little boys, are always taught to be a provider and that they provide, right? So for them, that means money and material for a lot of, most of the people, you know, that's very much material things. Sudden wealth. I think he's really trying to fix and work on his financial piece too. And I don't care who it is, and I don't care if this is man or woman, and I know I'm very much this way. If I have any type of financial issues, or I'm going through a hard time financially, whatever it is, I am not open or interested about love. I'm like, that's like the least thing, that's the farthest thing from my mind. And a lot of guys are like that too. It's just like, if I'm struggling financially, like the last thing I want to do is like date. So I really think that there's just a lot of things that these divine masculines are working on. They'll be all right. This is going to take a little bit. All right. Let's do some romance angels, and then I'll pull some tarot. This video is getting long. Calling in your soulmate. This one is going to be, now, I do want to say as a disclaimer, it could be a karmic soulmate. I don't feel that, but everybody's on their different journey and different paths. So I think for the people who have done the work and are really focusing on themselves and cleared out a lot of the karmic lessons that we needed to get through, I think the one that's coming in next is soulmate potential. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay. Let's just pull one more for shits and giggles. Well, now that there's like 5 that came out, actually 3, I'm just being dramatic. You deserve love. You are lovable. And I think this is part of like the divine masculine. And, you know, to me, when this card comes out, it has that Sagittarius vibe because of the arrow. And Sages are known for being the archers. So it could be a Sag, or it could have that characteristic in their natal chart, or it could happen in Sag season. Make the effort. Boy, do they need to. We're getting sick. Them dragging their ass. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. The divine masculines just need to get over that hump of fear. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Even though you'll both have a really deep connection with each other, once you start really showing the deep parts of yourself and sharing the innermost secrets and like sharing things that you're not really willing to share with others, but you just naturally want to tell them, your bond is going to naturally grow and deepen. And it's this level of confidence and trust, and it's like, damn, I'm not the only one, you know? And you're just going to understand each other. Okay, let's get in the tarot. I'm just going to pull a couple cards so we're not here forever. These cards are kind of big, so I have to not lean back too much so my double chin shows. I have a round face. Okay. Okay. More cards came out per usual. Okay, bottom of the deck is Tower. We've gotten the Tower card quite a bit actually recently. Now, again, the Tower, we need Tower moments. I know a lot of people get scared when they see this card. But the thing is that when we are so defiant and we want to have free will and we want to go against what the universe is telling us to do, or, you know, our intuition, we ignore it too long, the universe steps in and there's a Tower moment and it crashes everything down to allow you to build a stronger foundation for the future. And that's in anything. That's not just in love and relationship. That's business, that's career, whatever. And the Tower, this to me is absolutely the divine masculine, especially with this crown here. Like I said, they're going through their awakening. They're going through some tough stuff right now. Hence the reason why I've been like channeling and hearing, don't count them out, or they're just unsure right now because they're going through a lot. They've been knocked on their ass. That's all I can tell you. They have been really, you know, it's uncomfortable for them. They're uncertain. You know, they don't know which way to go, and they're trying to work through that. That doesn't mean that they're not interested. That doesn't mean that they're not going to come in. It just means that they got to get this cleared out, and they got to work on this, as they should. You want somebody that has a strong, stable foundation, and they know who they are, they know what they want, and they know where they're going. Ideally, right? Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands, when this Tower hits, when, you know, if it has already, when they start to like go through some things and acknowledge some things, this Knight of Wands, this is going to bring this passion and drive and somebody who's going to want to charge forward. This is also somebody, to me, this is a lot of sexual energy as well. So when it says, we got that card that says get to know each other, there is going to be a very strong desire to be intimate and have sex. But what I would recommend is get to know each other first a little bit. I'm not saying anything bad if you don't want to do that. If you want to jump in bed the first night, that's up to you. That's not my business. But it's almost like holding that physical part off until you both are ready, like until you both like are in a good mental space. It's going to be extreme, if that makes sense. But to me, and this is somebody who has his third eye open. Third eye. Sorry, my hair's on my face. This is somebody who is now awakening. And they are knowing like, hey, no time like the present. And knights move quick. They charge forward on a mission. Two of Swords. This is somebody, like I said, once they get that, that going through that tower moment, they're going to remove the blindfold. And they're going to see, you know what? I'm seeing the circumstances for what they are. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do things step by step. I'm not going to try to overthink and stay in my head and drive myself crazy. I'm just going to do what I can, work on myself. Hello. Two of Coins. This is about balancing. You can see the little scales here, the sun and the moon. It's all about balance. This individual needs to find balance. Like I said in some of the cards, the oracle cards, they're probably really focused on finances right now, really focused, or career, something to do with their coins. They need to also remember balance. Life is not all about coins. It is about sharing experiences with people. So to be open to that. One scale can't be more than the other. So if all you do is focus on work and career and money, there's lack. Four of Coins. This is about being open, remaining open. A lot of the times this is his miser card. So like I said, he could be really trying to build his coins and just focus on that. But it's about being open. Because you have to be open to receive. Not only is money energy, but so is love. You have to be open. He's got to put that green light on. It's funny that these are green coins. The Hierophant. This is, okay, so as I said before, even right out of the gate, right from the rip, I said this is probably going to be a man's man. This is probably an alpha. This is somebody who's probably pretty stoic. He's not, he's hard to read. Let me put it to you that way. But this is also somebody who, like I said before, is a provider. This is a person who was probably brought up as a young kid to learn that men provide. They provide for their family. They provide. That's a lot of stress for somebody too. And if you look, he's looking down. He's doing the best he can. This is probably a person who's a little bit more traditional. Like he likes to take care of his woman. He likes to be, the king of the castle. He likes to provide. He likes to make sure that she doesn't have to do much. That's not saying that we don't have our own stuff going on and that we're not building an empire, because we sure as shit are. But what I'm saying is that this is somebody, he's old school. Old school in the sense that he likes to take care of his woman. Traditional. And that's important to him. That's an ego thing. That makes him feel good. And that could be one of his love languages is service, right? I'm just trying to fill a couple more cards. If you can hear that meowing, it's my cat. One of my cats. I told him no. Woo! Oh my God! This is big dick energy coming in. Like I said, alpha. We got the Emperor and the King of Wands. The King of Wands to me is obviously, in a way, he's almost like the Emperor in his rawest form. The King of Wands is passionate, fiery, very confident. It could be a fire sign. I mean, we are in Leo season. It could be a Leo, Sag, or Aries. Very dynamic, very smart, a go-getter, very driven, very ambitious. Really good in bed. The Emperor. This is Big Daddy, okay? Now, the Emperor is absolutely, he has the energy of all four kings. He is very stoic. He doesn't make irrational moves. He's done it all, seen it all, been there, done that. He's very strategic. He really thinks and observes before he makes any move. So like I said, this may not be the right time, and yes, he might be worried on his coins, and there might be some things that he is working through right now, but that doesn't mean that he's not keeping his eye on you. If you see at him, he's kind of looking off in the distance. He still has one eye on you, along with he has his other eye and his other focus on his coins. So he's definitely seeing, you know, what potential it is. He's seeing how you act. We got big dick energy coming in. Finally. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And please follow my Instagram. It's Alchemist Tarot. It's OWLCHEMIST Tarot. Make sure you subscribe so you get my videos and you know when. You can click the bell, do all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.